Thanks so much for tuning in, for listening, watching to this podcast episode. I'm here. It's the 13th of April, Monday in the Southern Hemisphere, and I thought it's well and duly time to look at what's going on with the planets, with the energies, how we can move through them, navigate through them and yeah, see what presents itself. And I'm sure a lot of you are going through major transformations, changes in their lives. And it's not for the faint-hearted, this energy, because it's intense, it's feisty, it's reactive, impulsive, explosive, it's happening, and it's big. And I feel a lot of us yeah, I'm moving through that inner push and pull pressure cooker energies. We're triggered by the outer world, possibly. Yeah, it's all about, are we reacting? Are we responding? Can we be more in the center? So yeah, what's going on? And yeah, so today, as you can see in the chart, we have, where do we start? Let's start with Mercury. So we do have a little bit of Pisces action here. We still got the North Node, the karmic node of the moon in the sign of Pisces till about, I think, late July. So we are collectively guided towards bringing the sacred into the mundane, allowing ourselves a greater, higher vista, other than being too too caught up in the physical, in the mundane world. So we're really invited to dream, to imagine, to be in the flow. And I'm so happy to see we have a bit of water going on because we need the feminine water action here that is the yielding, the receptive, the womb of the cosmos. So we have a really strong conscious energy that is moving through and moving us forwards as a collective. And saying that while we are moving forwards, we are also ending. There's a lot of cycles ending, old ways of being. Probably a lot of us have a lot of shit up at the moment. Shit is hitting the fan. And can we be in the center of the fan, or are we getting all caught up on the outer rim, moving around? And so I feel so with this Pisces energy, with the North Node till the end of July, yeah, we are invited to go within, take a breather, rest, rejuvenate, and being very present, conscious, allowing grief, resentments, deeply held emotions to arise because we need to cleanse, purify with water. There is a moving principle. Water always finds a way, moves through, wants us to purify, to reset. And also, I do work a lot with water energy, structuring water, activating water. And for me, water is the most important element that, yeah, water is the most vulnerable, but also the strongest element because yeah, water always finds a way. It holds a divine memory. It's that divine memory of water is like everything that water ever touches, it captivates that memory. And we can imagine everything that we've gone through that historically has happened and the waters that have experienced wars and most devastating times and also a lot of beauty but water holds that energy. So we can also transfer that to our bodies. We are mostly made of water. So what does that mean? We also hold and store a lot of old memory that needs to be cleansed and purified so that our inner waters can receive that inner blueprint, the blueprint that nature intended, the blueprint that's in nature. It's like also I work a lot with orgone energy, and orgone energy reminds me that, yeah, of the natural ways of being. Orgone is in everything. It's nature holds that. It's the bluish color. Also, when we overlook a forest, we can maybe see that blue shimmery color above a forest. So It's really, it's in everything. And also organ energy draws in water. So in order to, yeah, to attract it, to deliver it, to spiral it, creating a torus field. And really, it's, I really feel we are in times, and I feel very strongly this astrology, what's going on. There is a divine reset, a blueprint that wants to unfold, that wants to be remembered within ourselves, without ourselves. And that's why water is such a domineering element for this whole year. Especially as we have all the outer planets moving into new signs or have already moved into another sign. And it's either we got a lot of fire, we got air, but we don't, yeah, we hardly have any earth. So earth is a bit rare. And also, yeah, hardly any water. So we really need to cultivate that, yeah, the cleansing of our inner waters and bringing in, allowing the downloads, allowing the presence. So if we clean on the inside, if we purify and look after ourselves and get enough rest and however we self-nurture, it is so important. So also that we can feel balanced, that we can feel more, yeah, more able to receive. And that's the watery energy. We also have Mercury is still in the sign of Pisces, but wait, not so fast. Mercury is moving, yeah, for 2 more days. So we got until the 15th, Mercury in Pisces, where Mercury has been treating water. Mercury went retrograde in Pisces at 22 degrees of Pisces, going retrograde, moving forward. So we're only just now, we've been coming out of this retrograde shadow phase and still readjusting, reamending things, feeling into what is it that I want to bring with me to move forward? What is alive in me right now? So when Mercury moves into Aries, and as we can see, there is some heavy duty Aries energy. Mercury is moving into Aries on the 15th of April. We got Neptune, Mars, Saturn, the Sun, Chiron in Aries, and hold on. We also got the moon in the sign of Aries. Moon, she's moving into Aries on the late on the 15th or 15, 16th of April. So this week is feisty, it's energetic, it's powerful. It is Mars ruled. So we can see it is such a stellium of planets and points in the sign of Aries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points in Aries. It's powerful. Um, Also, we have to think about that Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is the warrior, is the war god. What does Mars remind us, want us to? Mars initiates. It's our will. What is it that I want? How do I assert myself? How do I move forward? What do I feel? Again, what's in alive inside of me to initiate, to move forward? And we need that. We need a healthy ego, and we need stamina, we need courage, we need bravery. And these are all beautiful positive traits of Aries because it's forward moving. Excuse me, it's the first sign in the zodiacal wheel, which is the ultimate initiation, where the hero starts his, her journey. Excuse me. And on this journey, yeah, there is also sometimes a certain immaturity that comes with Aries because Aries can be reckless, fierce. I want what I want and I want it now and I go for it and no matter what. And because this is the war god, this is where war happens. There's a lot of testosterone, there's a lot of masculinity. There is also unhealthy masculinity. Chiron in Aries has been reminding us since I think 2018, coming to an end. We're at the end of that healing of the sacred masculinity, of the divide. What does it mean for a man to be a man? How are we brought up? How the mothering, our sister relationship. So I feel it's quite challenging for the masculine in this world to know themselves, know what does it mean to be in a healthy masculine? How to assert, do I assert my will? And without being a pushover, being top down, being in a hierarchy and wanting to claim power. And so we are in a balancing time, in a great healing time to heal our own. And it doesn't matter what sex we are, what or sexual orientation, no matter what, we are adjusting our own inner assertion as well as our reflectivity, our feminine aspect, masculine, feminine, the divine dance. And right now, as we can see, there is a strong emphasis on the masculine force. We can see it in the world. We are living in war times. There is no doubt about that. I can fluff it up. I don't want to talk about politics because it's not about that. We are all individually moving through what arises for us. And I feel the beauty of this strong Aries energy. We have Mars, the war god himself, the god of the fire god, the fire within, the fire without. Mars will be in the sign of Aries until about the 18th, 19th of May. So we are in a big stretch where Mars is the strongest, asserting his will, her will. And we have to be careful am I reactive? Am I impulsive? Am I coming from that impulse, or is it actually that silent voice within where I feel, yeah, this is coming from a place of, of balance. And I feel we need to be so careful at the moment and so much more present to actually really notice, whoa, I've been pushy towards something, or I want to go for that. Or if any, it's a great time to initiate. If anything comes up for us, it's great to grab it, go with it. Yes, move it forwards, get it started, get the ball rolling, and also being aware that yeah, to check in, observing, do I come from is it just to assert my will and to feel empowered, or to overpower someone maybe even, or to push someone, or to push myself along way too much? So it's good to check in, always have a healthy check-in point. And that's why stillness, the Piscean principle of stillness, of surrender, of empathy, it's so important at this point in time, because we are in times of greatest transformation and also of greatest volatility. And maybe we can experience this at times, even in our own families, in our own environment. Where might I be volatile towards myself, towards others? And where might I be exerting narcissistic tendencies to get what I want, maybe to manipulate even to get what I want? And there is also no shaming or blaming of that. I think we all have narcissistic traits. It comes from a place of wanting to be heard, wanting to be seen. So also a really good time for any kind of therapy that works for us, where we can work with what presents itself, any childhood traumas that Wilhelm Reich worked with body armoring, and especially talking about body armor because Mars rules armoring. Where is stagnation in my own body, in my own environment, my own field? Because, because um, I'm not acknowledging where the childhood wound is. So any kind of inner child work is very, very important right now. And also that honesty with ourselves, with others, and to really have that in check, which is also the ultimate greatest healing potential. Particularly this week is the most powerful week. We have the sun is coming together with Chiron, the wounded healer in Aries, healing masculine wounding, healing feminine suppression, together with Aries, goddess of discord and strife, where the wound of the feminine, of the suppressed feminine, where is the masculine, the inner masculine, outer masculine, overpowering feminine principles. Whereas, and this is where alchemy is. Fire, Aries, water, the feminine force, the feminine flow. Fire and water is alchemy. Can we alchemize things, or are we just putting a hot stone in water and then all there is left is some steam? And it's important also to let steam off in a healthy way, to really move it, channel it, move it through the body. Don't contain anything. This is an energy that wants to be liberated. So breath work, running, to be really a good workout, whatever that looks for each one of us, doesn't matter what we do, but to let it out. If we don't want to hold anything within, because also with Uranus at the last degree of Taurus, the critical degree point, because Uranus is changing within 10 days, 25th of April, Uranus moving into Gemini, huge cycle that is ending, a cycle that started in 2018 with Taurus. So we would have started that, yeah, in 2018, a bodily, embodied way of being. Can have to do with finances. Taurus rules finances. Maybe we can expect changes in the financial market. We can expect our own relationship to money. We also have, I'm looking a little bit ahead, and I'll talk about that more. Just before Venus and before Uranus moves into Gemini, 23rd of April, 24th of April, Venus will join Uranus. We can expect some sudden revelations and revolutions, also in love, in money, in our relationship to our body. We might get a financial bonus, something might come up for us. We're getting an approval of something that's been, if we apply for a grant, for example, we might get the big yes. There can be sudden shifts and changes. It's really exciting times, and it's also very, very, very intense and volatile. And so we have Mars in Aries until about the 18th of May. And I just want to read out of my book, the from Dane Rudhyar, an astrological mandala. And I just want to look at the early degree points of Aries. So the third right now, so today, Mars is at 2 degrees, tomorrow moving at 3 degrees. So we have a strong energy here, the sustaining power of the whole as the individual identifies himself, herself with its life. It's a participation mystic. Metaphysically expressed, this is the concept of the identity of Atman and Brahman. In other sense, through this ability to identify with the complex of life activities surrounding him, her, the individual person can become truly not only an image and representation of the whole of his natal environment. There's a transpersonal aspect to it. There is also, it's a participation in a greater life at the early degrees. There is also at the 4th degree point, the progressive polarization of energies needed for fulfilling one's life function. So as we can see, there is very much a basic instinct. Aries is basic instinct sexually. It is really a core energy that is driving us, basically. So that's also something to embrace and also to observe. Is it a basic instinct that I want to push through, or is it a transpersonal aspect as well, particularly as currently Mars and Neptune are hanging out together? Neptune is transpersonal, a higher wisdom that wants to come through. Mars wants to power ahead. So we are really, there could be confusion also inside of us between basic needs, between that sexual drive and asserting the will through that. And then there's the higher wisdom that wants to come through, and more of a backwards motion. Our belief systems are challenged. So it's a strong, strong, strong energy. Then Mars is moving forwards together with Saturn this week as well. There can be frustration. There can be a hold up on the journey. Mars wants to power ahead in Aries, but then Mercury wants to move along and express and communicate. And then there's Saturn, and Saturn always comes with lessons. Saturn teaches us growth, maturation. There is consequence to our action. We know every action has consequence. So don't be surprised if we act recklessly, there might be consequence. So there's always the check-in point. The more we can check in, observe, be the observer rather than the yeah the reckless doer, the more we can be in the flow and really work with these energies, because the universe is inviting us. All these planets are saying, okay, this is a time to move forward. All the planets are in direct motion. They want us to move forward. And there's also a divine timing to everything. Saturn, Lord of Time, reminding us there is no need to rush. Divine timing, synchronicity is the guide, the inner guide, the outer guide. We have Jupiter in Cancer. Also, yeah, all the Aries planets are coming to a square with Jupiter in Cancer as well. There is also Jupiter wants to expand, wants to be more voluptuous and bigger and bolder. So there's a check-in point again. And in Jupiter in Cancer, exalted is about our feeling world. So also our feelings could be really triggered, old stuff, childhood stuff that needs to be released. Venus in the sign of Taurus, she will still be hanging there. And basically, yeah, moving together with Uranus on the 24th of April into Gemini, totally new energy, more social, more opportunities, possibilities that are arising. But right now, Venus in Taurus, she wants to be embodied. She loves being sensual, feeling all the senses. Body work is really good right now, massage, any kind of being touched and really allowing basic instincts, urges to come through and working with them healthily and really embracing this humanness. Also, Venus in Taurus, we might come across, yeah, financial. We want to look at our finances, or we're feeling like, how can I attract more money? How can I bring more financial means in my life? How much am I identified with what I own, what I have? And then there will be this moment with Uranus. There can be sudden twists and turns, epiphanies, and I'll talk about that next time when we're looking at the energies and how they're moving. But overall, we are in a divine, synchronistic, embodied time to really take the impulse, take it in a way that it feels alive. So whatever feels alive in you, follow it, follow the lead within a spirit of gentleness. And if we can do that, and if triggers arise, can I healthily work with that? Can I tell the other person, hey, I need a bit of time out right now, or I'm feeling really angry right now? Because Aries is anger, it's volatile, it wants to fight, it has the sword ready. But is that healthy for me? Is it required? Or can I express those basic instincts in ways that are helpful for me, for the other, and we're not destroying and letting the Martian tower fall for everyone? And so anyway, I'll leave it at that, and wishing you happy fire times, and that we all express uniquely our gifts and really take this opportunity to initiate new projects, letting go of what's no longer serving us. Maybe some of us are stepping into new roles, new jobs. It's really, really aligned right now. Very exciting. Thank you so much for listening. So much love. And I'll talk to you soon again. Bye for now.